Jesus knew how to rest and refuel, and he invites us to as well. I'm Amy from the Lakes, and today we're taking a look at Luke chapter 4. There is some great stuff in this chapter, so I'd encourage you to read the entire thing. Have you heard of the a cappella music group Pentatonics? They are a secular music group, but one of the actions of their team members reminded me of this chapter. So this group had spent 6 years making music together and traveling for shows and becoming famous. And the world was shocked and the group was saddened when the bassist of the group, Avi Kaplan, announced that he was leaving the group. So he expressed why he was leaving. And when he was giving the reason for the departure, he said how much he loved the group and loved making music with them and all of the things that they had accomplished, but that he could no longer keep up the fast pace that had made them successful. He said that he regretted being away from friends and family when they needed him or when he longed to be with them, and that he had to stay away from them for long periods in order to keep up the pace with the music group. He also said that he desired to be able to get away from it all and to recharge by being in nature when he needed to. He recognized that a basic human need to rest, to refuel, and to live in community with those you love. But it was only after it was too late to save his singing career. Jesus, however, did not pursue fame. He instead followed the purpose that God had given him, and he regularly took time to reconnect with his Father, to rest, and to refuel. Here in Luke chapter 4, Jesus has preached in his hometown and stated his purpose for coming and was rejected by them. But then he goes on to cast out demons, to heal Peter's mother-in-law, and then to receive a great influx of people wishing to be healed. It says, when the sun was setting, the people brought to Jesus all who had various kinds of sickness. Laying on hands each one, he healed them. Moreover, demons came out of many people shouting, "You are the Son of God!" But he rebuked them and would not allow them to speak because they knew he was the Christ. You see, Jesus was gaining huge popularity here. We might overlook this whole sun is setting thing, but on the Sabbath, it was over at sunset. And so the people were so eager to be with Jesus that they didn't even wait for the next day. They came as soon as they could. Many people desired to be with Jesus, but instead of rolling with that and pursuing fame and popularity, it's really interesting what happens next. Verse 42 says, at daybreak, Jesus went out to a solitary place. The people were looking for him, and when they came to where he was, they tried to keep him from leaving them. But he said, I must preach the good news of the kingdom of God to the other towns also, because that is why I was sent. And he kept on preaching in the synagogues on Judea. Jesus did not rely on the praises or the accolades or the rush of excitement that came from popularity, from fame, from healing many. Instead, he relied on his connection with his Father to give him, or to tell him what his purpose was and what he should do. Jesus regularly in the Gospels, seeks out a solitary place so that he can refuel, he can rest, and he can reconnect with God. What does that look like in your life? How do you refuel, reconnect, and rest? We can burn the candle at both ends for only so long until we become like Avi here from the Pentatonics group and just burn out. Jesus invites us into regular rhythms of rest so that we can pursue the purpose that God has given us here on earth.